Good morning, my crafty friends. This is Lori, Girl on the Ridge. I have a quick, it's not quick, video of my latest journal from the Pioneer series, if you can call it. This is my second one. Her name is Claire. She is 9 by 5, 80 pages, kind of thick. She'll come with the satchel type bag that I made with craft paper. Opened, it's all been Mod Podge. It's got a really nice feel to it. So she'll come with that and the portfolio that I made. And we'll look at that after the book. Now Claire, from the last video, was friends with Jilly. Claire was brought up on the rich side with her brother. And Jilly had asked her to come with her out west on the wagon train. So we'll see where that takes her. And let's make sure we're in frame. Okay. So this is Claire's mama, who had passed away when she was young. And this was her grandparents that kind of raised her for a while. And yes, that's me and my husband. And I'm not worrying about any copyright. It was us when we were doing Civil War reenactments. So I just thought I'd have fun and stick that in there. So that was her grandparents. So we'll just tuck that in there. And Claire was the one who liked all the perfume, the pretty roses all in her room, and lace. So we have this. A lot of this is Tsunami Rose, Charming Fragments, Life of Bloom, Artzymaz, Tattered Dream. We have some embellishments, and I will try to remember to point everything out. Sometimes I get wrapped up in the story. And this is a letter that Jilly wrote Claire asking her to come west with her and Jace. And Claire was thinking about all her pretty things, of how much she could bring and how much she wouldn't be able to. This is all her perfumes. This was an escort copy of an escort card I found on Pinterest. I just included that in there. And this is some of the paperwork that Claire was starting to collect. Just a receipt. And I put a lot of little pieces of vintage lace throughout this. And this is another little letter from Jilly, just begging her to come with her and her husband. And Claire, just thinking. And there's some more of the Tattered Dream little pink, really pretty lace. And some of the tickets I just used for the fold over. And this is a little tea-dye bag that I made. And then I decoupaged a napkin over it. So it's just a little booklet. Stuff in there. And this is the one of the envelopes that'll have a little letter in there. And then again, that's a trim from Tattered Dream. And this is a paper clip that I made. And yes, I will do a tutorial on them. And this is one of the little trifold bags. And Claire has all her little perfumes and all her little collectibles in there. In my imagination. So we're getting closer to the day. And Claire's really thinking, does she want to give all this up? Yes, she has all the help she wants, somebody to comb her hair and all the pretty things, but is she really happy? That's what it's all about. So she's thinking, do I want to give up all my shoes and all my pretties to churn butter and look at a catalog, maybe not be able to get what I want? So she, decisions. And it's just some pretty Charming Fragments paper. And some more of her pretty corsets and her dresses. And another letter from Jilly. Please come. And then now she's starting to think, oh, maybe I'll get some pretty bonnets. And then the day comes, her trunk comes, she made a decision. She's going to go out west. And this is a card I got off Pinterest of pioneers take what they need and more. So she's checking that out, just not thinking there's going to be enough room. There's just a tag for all her dresses and her shoes. And then she sees her home for the next 6 months, and she's really not happy. There's no way it's all her stuff going to fit in there with 2 other people. Can you imagine that? Oh my goodness. Until she meets the wagon master, and that's Joshua. So Josh is going to be the wagon master, and you know who's gonna end up together. So she's a little more excited. Their eyes met when they were doing their paperwork and they're buying their tickets. She got her stage ticket, and this is just this material I found. It was so prairie-ish, so I just made little belly bands out of them. And more tags. A lot of tags in here. This is Dreamzetc. And just little notes that Claire can write. Again, some little notes. She's trying to decide what hats to bring, which she probably won't need them other than bonnets. And she did get some canning jars that Jilly had showed her how to can, so she's grabbing them, packing them up. So they're on their way. This is just a button, and this pink material is from her grandma, and there's some beads. I did leave some writing spots, and these are just some pretty tags of the wildflowers that Claire's she's brought seeds from home, so she's excited. And there's some more pretty tags. So they're on the trail now, and Claire's really trying to get the attention of the wagon master. Unfortunately, she can't cook too much, and that's what their main staple is on the trail. So Jilly secretly tries to teach her how to cook. And this is one of the primer books. Yeah, she's gonna. It's an original, or I have the original. I just made a copy for the books to teach her children. And some more tags. So she finally invites Josh over for dinner, and her poor biscuits are as hard as rock. But he ate them anyway and said they were good, so you know that's starting to be love. And this is a pretty this is actually a bag from a Tattered Dream with decoupage napkin over a book page. And I just made some ledger paper that Claire can write on, and then there's a little pocket in there. And then there's a tuck spot in there. And this is some more charming fragments and another tuck spot that I forgot to put something in. And this is one of Clemmie's creations. I love these. For more extra writing. Claire's writing a lot on the trail. She's excited. Her and Josh are really... Her cooking's getting better, and Josh is coming around a little more. Even though he's a little leery of the rich girl. I don't have to put that on later. And so their story begins because she won his heart over with a good beef stew that Jace went out and got, and Jilly helped her make. So it's just a pocket. So they were, Jilly and Claire were talking at a fire, around the fire. There's a little tuck spot. And they were wondering what happened to their little friend Ella. And Ella was supposed to come out west with them. And she was a friend of Jilly and Claire's from the brothel. So Ella will be next. That's a really pretty napkin I had just got. And I decoupaged it on the paper. And just some other paper, and this is some pretty roses, and some tags that I made. This I want to say is Digital Magpie, I think. And some more of her grandma's material from a blanket, we'll say. Some pretty lace. And then this is, guess what this is? This is Josh and Claire's little girl. Once they get out west. So that's a little tuck spot. And then in here I just made some writing spot. I love these two colors together. So it's kind of like a little stationary hideaway stuff for Claire to write everything down. So that is the journal. And then her little portfolio that she was working on is this little girl. And this is, again, another paper clip. And there's a pretty envelope that I made. Just a bunch of little snippets and a bonnet. And you can put something in there. And then this just folds out, if I can get it all in the camera, to like a little stationary, again, little set that I would imagine they would have something. And this actually is very sturdy. It's tied up. And then it's two library cards glued together. The ones I really overdid. So I just glued them together. So it's really sturdy writing element. So I just put that in there. Another little snippet. I just love these little things. Another envelope and some more writing cards, journaling cards. So that's Claire's little portfolio. So this will all be on my Etsy, and we will continue on with coming soon. This is Ella. She will be next. She's gonna be hoping, she has a little tougher life. She's hoping to join them out west. So the story continues with Ella. And my voice is going. Darn chicken soup. So this again will be on my Etsy, and I will be back with some more videos, and I promise I will be back with some tutorials, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.